It was a quiet Sunday afternoon in a sleepy town when John, a retired carpenter, was passing by an abandoned lot on his way home from the market. As he walked past a crumbling brick wall, he suddenly heard faint, desperate cries, high-pitched and rhythmic, like something in pain. He stopped in his tracks, heart quickening, and turned toward the sound. Carefully pressing his ear against the wall, John realized the cries were coming from inside it. Looking closer, he noticed a narrow crack near the base of the wall. Through the tiny opening, he could just make out a small patch of matted fur. It was a puppy, wedged tightly between two inner layers of bricks, trapped and terrified. Without a second thought, John rushed home, grabbed his toolbox, and returned. Gently and patiently, he began to chisel away at the aged bricks. The work was slow. He didn't want to scare or harm the pup, but after nearly an hour, the final chunk of brick gave way, and the little dog tumbled into his arms. It was covered in dust, trembling with exhaustion and fear. Its eyes were wide with confusion, but they softened as John wrapped it in a towel and whispered, "You're safe now." He carried it home, washed it carefully in warm water, and fed it some soft food. The puppy was undernourished, with ribs showing and patches of fur missing, but its tail wagged weakly when John stroked its head. John named him Brick, a gentle nod to the place where their paths had crossed. In the weeks that followed, Brick began to heal, not just physically, but emotionally too. He followed John everywhere, from the garden to the kitchen, his small feet padding close behind. At night, he would curl up beside John's bed, occasionally whimpering in his sleep, but always comforted by the sound of John's voice. The bond between them grew deeper with each passing day. John, who had lived alone since his wife passed away, found himself smiling more often, speaking aloud more than he had in years, mostly to Brick, who seemed to understand every word. Brick, in turn, blossomed into a joyful, playful dog with shiny fur and eyes full of trust. Over time, Brick became a beloved fixture in the neighborhood. Children would call his name, and he'd run up wagging his tail. Elderly neighbors would smile when they saw John and Brick walking side by side. He wasn't just a pet. He was a reminder of kindness, of second chances, of unexpected family. Looking back, John often said it felt like fate, that he was meant to be at that place, at that moment. Saving Brick gave him a purpose again, a reason to rise each morning with a light heart. And for Brick, that narrow wall wasn't the end. It was the beginning of a life filled with warmth, love, and belonging.